Social media management client onboarding. Oh my God, that's a mouthful. And the work that entails to get to a good onboarding process is just as much a mouthful. So today we are looking at the 5 steps to bulletproof your onboarding for your social media management clients. And you're gonna leave knowing that you got it all. Hi everybody, if you're new here, I am Yvonne with AskEvie.com and I am all about efficiency tips and streamlining and automating your business. So if you are looking for any tips that save you time or money and get you out of your business, then you are at the perfect spot. So you better subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified next time I upload a video. Today's episode is specifically for all of my social media managers and agencies out there. I know you've been reaching out, you've been waiting for this video. Here it finally is. And this series, we are starting off with your client onboarding. Why? How often do we complain about, oh, the client didn't do what they were supposed to do, when they're complaining that their posts don't sound like they're supposed to, and we posted something they didn't want us to post? How often do we complain about clients? We all do it. But did you actually prepare? Did you really set that relationship with your client up to be a success? Yes. We are bringing on the big guns, and I'm calling you out because I've done it too. I have taken on clients in the past, especially when I started out, that I should not have taken on just because I wanted to pay the bills. And that's a topic for another video. Today, we are focusing on really getting those clients onboarded and getting you all the information you need. So, client onboarding, step 1. It all starts with a lead form on your website. Make it easy for clients to really give you the information. We prefer using a Dubsado client lead form that gets you the name, first name, last name, the company, the contact information. Ask them about a budget. Heck, maybe their budget is higher than what you actually would charge them. And get that information into your client management system. As you know, I love doing Dubsado. That automatically, hopefully automatically, if not manually, really fast, should trigger an email to your client saying, cool, you actually fit our requirements for clients we work with, because yes, we have requirements too, so we can deliver you the best possible outcome. Let's jump on a call and actually meet. Let's see if we click. Just like they want to meet you and figure out if you are a good choice, you should figure out if they're a good choice. And there was a great conversation on Facebook happening. Should you actually send clients through a personality test? I wouldn't necessarily set a client down to do a personality test that takes like half an hour or so. But you definitely need to figure out if your guys' values align. Because somebody works with me, I'm going to drop the F-bomb. No client is going to be able to work with me without cringing if they don't like the F-bomb. I get passionate. It's going to come. Make sure you align with the clients. So have that phone call, meet them. What are their expectations? What are they looking for? Who are they? American counting, step number 3. That's my American, that's my German counting. Step number 3, and if you would like to have it American, step number 3 is sending out the proposal. Now let's make this easy. Using Dubsado, you can send a proposal that as soon as the client approves the proposal, leads into the contract, which they then can sign. And you should have ready. You should always have a contract, even if you're working with friends. And number 3 leads into the first invoice. Shouldn't do anything else. Everything more than that is way too much of your time. And pro tip, if you get all of this workflow done, you can completely automate all of that in Dubsado. Barely need to touch anything. Now on number 4, now comes the actual work for your client. Make sure when you have your call with your client, you know, that initial call that we just talked about, prepare them. You want to get them ready for this step. And And I'll come back to this in just a second. Step number 4 is going to be the welcome message. Hey, awesome, we got your money, everything is cool. Now let's get going. But for us to do the best job ever, we need information from you. And that's where your nice long form comes out. Think of it as a extensive lead form. Now comes your questionnaire. Now, why questionnaire? Because you need the hex colors, you need the branding, you need the logo, you need the icon, you need to ask them, what are you allowed to talk about? What are you not allowed to talk about? How are you supposed to be talking? Are you allowed to be controversial, or are we completely just by the book and corporate and stiff and this is how we need to do this? You need to get that out of your client. What are you allowed to do? How are you supposed to sound? Ask them for examples from other companies and other people in the business that are similar to them. What do they like? What do they want to talk about? What are some issues? What are the 10 questions their clients ask them regularly? And what are those 10 questions their clients should ask them? There you already have content. So really deep dive in that questionnaire with them. And if you want some help, you might want to check below. I got a list for you. Might be like 100 or so questions that you can choose from. Check it out in the comment section. But why I said you need to prepare your client for this is going to be a long questionnaire. There's going to be a lot of questions and there are a lot of information you need to get from them. So little pro tip that I learned from a fellow systems gal of mine. Watched her and what she is doing, just completely love it. Love it. And I am adapting it for myself. When you are prepping your clients to get ready for those questionnaire and you tell them, hey, this is coming up, this is what you're gonna need to do, and we are doing this so we don't waste my or your time. To the point, getting the answers, and we can get working. You know what? Here's a little Starbucks gift card. Go take the dog, go for a little walk, grab your favorite Starbucks, schedule some time in your calendar, like 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes, just in case you can't find something. Sit down, enjoy your coffee, and fill out the form. Love the approach. But you need to prep your clients for that this is coming, that they really need to spend that time on that form. Because it is less time than going forward in emails and phone calls and doing and question and blah and here and there. This form is the most efficient way to get the information to you. But you need to prep your client or they're gonna look at this and be like, whoa, what's happening? And last but not least, follow-up email. When all of this is submitted and you have all of this, send a follow-up email that exactly tells them, okay, this is what's happening. Here are your assets. If you are setting up a client folder in Google Drive, here is your link to your Google Drive folder. If you have account managers, here is your account manager. Here is how you can reach us, when you can reach us, how to engage with us. How is all of this gonna work? Give them a timetable, give them a roadmap, give them as much information as possible so that they don't come back and you need to spend hours and hours explaining how all of this is working. And if your business is streamlined, pretty much all of this is similar with every single client. So the workflow stays the same. You rarely ever have to diverse from that workflow. Once set up, reuse it. And as we talked about in another video, when your brain doesn't have to think about what's next, you suddenly save yourself 75% of time every single day. Doesn't that feel good? It's gonna be work. Yes, it's 5 steps, but there's a lot of work that goes into this to set this up, to get this ready, to have your forms ready. I have additional links for you down below in the description with a couple how-tos on Dubsado, how you can do this, because your next step should be completely automating this in Dubsado. Yes, you can. All of this can automatically happen. The only thing is one pause in between when you schedule that phone call with the client. The workflow needs to be paused for a second till you had that phone call and you said, yep, we're all good. Send out the proposal. Everything else can be completely automated. And I got a little bit additional information for you down below so you can set that up and completely automate it. Doesn't that sound cool? You can just be completely hands-off. It's all good. Don't even have to worry about it. How is your onboarding going right now? Are you gonna use this to clean up and set up your onboarding? Is it just a complete chaos right now, or you're already all set and you'll just move on to the next video? Tell me below and give me a thumbs up or down. Did you like it? Didn't you like it? What kind of content do you want to see here? Reach out. You know, I'm always here to help. I'm always open for you to just throw questions at me because it helps me to provide you the content you're looking for. Now, if you still haven't subscribed, now is the time, because next week we're going to keep going in our workflow and setup for social media managers in agencies. So you have a bulletproof business that you can step away from when social media marketing world is just around the corner. I'll see you next week.